So this is our first problem, and we can use the theorem about parallel lines proportionally to figure out the value of x. So if you remember, we know that the proportion of these two line segments, 6 over x, is equal to the proportion of the length of these two line segments, 10 over 16. So that's what we have to solve. 6 over x equals 10 over 16. The way to solve this is to cross multiply. We cross multiply 6 and 36, we get 96. We cross multiply 10 and x, we get 10x. And x is equal to 9.6. So that is our answer to the first problem. X equals 9.6. To check that, you could just plug in your calculator 10 over 16. I'm going to go ahead and do it with my iPhone here. 10 over 16 and 6 over 9.6, and let's make sure they're the same. So 10 over 16, 10 over 16 is equal to 0.625, and 6 over 9.6 is also equal to 0.625. Okay, good. So that all checks well. Let's go on to the next problem. For this problem, we're going to use the side splitter theorem or the triangle proportionality theorem. Very similar. It says that the ratio of this line segment to this one is the same as 2 to 7. So let's go ahead and create our inequality, or rather our equality of proportions. We have 9 to x. 9 over x equals 2 over 7. Again, we would solve this by doing cross multiplication. 9 times 7 is 63, equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. That gives us x is equal to 63 halves. But we usually want to write that maybe as an improper fraction, or rather, as this is the improper fraction, we might want to write it as a proper mixed number, or we might want to write it as a decimal. So as a mixed number, mixed fraction, it would be 31.5. Okay, or 31.5. So let's use the decimal form. So x equals 31.5 would be our answer. And let's go on to the next problem. So here we've got another triangle. Don't be fooled, it's on the side, but still we can turn it like this and we'll see it's very much like the rest of the problems. And again, we've got the ratios of the side of the segments. That's 16 over x plus 2 is going to equal to 10 over 2. Well, 10 over 2 is the same thing as 5 over 1. That might make things a little easier. So we've got 16 over x plus 2 equals 5 over 1. We can now cross multiply. This gives us 16. This gives us 5 times x plus 2. Let us multiply out the parentheses by distributing. That gives us 5x plus 10 minus 10 on both sides. Gives us 5x equals 6, and x is equal to 6 over 5. Or that would be 1 1/5, which is the same thing as 1.2. Okay, I hope that the math is straightforward for you. Okay, this was the whole chain that we did, actually a little bit higher than this. So again, just to go over this one more time, we created our proportions. 16 over x plus 2 equals 10 over 2. We simplified 10 over 2 to 5 over 1. We cross multiplied to get 16 equals 5 times x plus 2. We distributed to get 16 is equal to 5x plus 10. Subtracted 10 from both sides to get 6 equals 5x. Divided both sides by 5. I didn't quite show that, but we divided both sides by 5 to get x equals 6/5, which is the same as 1 1/5, and 1/5 is 0.2, because 0.2 is 2/10, which is 1/5. So this basically answer here, x is equal to 1.2. What you should do is you should double check this by plugging 1.2 in here. This would make this side here 3.2 and double check in your calculator that 16 over 3.2 is equal to 10 over 2. And you'll find that it is.